Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your tarot reading. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so very much for being here and thank you for sharing your energy with me. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to pull the traditional Celtic cross spread today. Whatever message comes out is what you need to hear. I set that intention with my deck and with spirits. If you're here because this is on your feed, then this is definitely for you. If you came here for the title, then this message is definitely for you. I haven't even titled this video yet. So let's get into the message and see what Spirit has for you. Be sure and like the video. Leave me a comment if you feel called to, and definitely subscribe. It does help my channel and it helps others to get the messages as well. So I would really appreciate it. Wow, we have a lot of major arcana down here. So definitely going through a lot here. I don't normally grab that many off the bottom. We'll see where this goes because I feel kind of pulled to grab those. Sorry. So the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords. This is about truth, clarity. It is about a breakthrough moment coming in here. So the Ace of Swords for me is all about speaking your truth or coming to a realization about the truth, right? It's like a breakthrough moment in truth, and whether that's like realizing something yourself. It could also be about like a financial breakthrough, new ideas, and things like that. The aces are about new beginnings, but there's something to do with some kind of clarity coming through here with that Ace of Swords. So the situation is the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles is an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You could be dealing with an earth sign. Excuse me. Doesn't have to be. This could just be like the energy, like the situation right now. It's in regards to stability and feeling grounded, nurturing. The Queen of Pentacles is very financially stable, very financially secure. So your finances could be on your mind right now and really wanting to have like that grounded, stable energy, right? The blockage here is the Eight of Pentacles. I kept wanting to say Eight of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles is about like developing your skills and really putting in that work and focusing on what it is you want to bring to fruition, right? Like, it could be a certain skill set that you're wanting to bring in, whether that's spiritually or like at work. But it's also about like dedicating yourself to something. So the blockage here could just be you having like some kind of lack of motivation, or maybe trying to rush things with your work and really needing to focus on that one thing. This has to do with partnerships here, right? The Two of Cups is about, it could be a love relationship. It could be any kind of partnership, right? Like a business partnership. But I feel like this is, it's also about like balance, duality. Maybe needing to, maybe you're putting too much work into relationships and you're not getting that equal give and take, right? Whatever partnership that is for you, whether this is a love partnership or a business partnership, it's also just like about that cooperation and balance, right? Harmony. So in the recent past, we have the Magician. This is the Master Manifestor card, right? I feel like you were really manifesting. You took some sort of action here because the Magician is about action. And I feel like you kind of stepped into your power and you're really manifesting your desires. So when I look at the Magician, he has everything that he needs. And again, you can be male or female. It's just masculine, feminine energy. But the Magician has everything that he needs, right? All of the elements: air, earth, fire, water, the cups, the pentacles, the swords, the wands. But it's about like manifesting what you want to bring down. He has like this wand pointed to the sky, and then he has his finger pointed to the ground. It's like as above, so below, like bringing your manifestations down to earth, right? And I feel like you've really been manifesting in the past and really taking some sort of action to bring these manifestations in. And again, working on those skills, developing those skills. And your higher self, your subconscious, we have the Death card, which is about like a total transformation. It is about endings. So you could really be ending a lot in your life and really transforming this energy on how you kind of go about nurturing yourself and others. Like this could have to do with like relationships, nurturing relationships. Maybe you put in too much work into relationships in the past, and this is you kind of needing to put an end to that and seeing things from a different perspective. So in the near future, we have the Hanged Man. Again, we have a lot of major arcana in that ace, but in the near future, we have the Hanged Man. Excuse me, my throat chakra keeps blocking up on me. But the Hanged Man, again, is about like surrendering that control, releasing the outcome to the universe, and like gaining enlightenment, seeing things from a different perspective here. You could be seeing relationships or partnerships from a completely different perspective and realizing that you've put in too much work, right? And you needing to receive that energy as much as you put in the work, you need to also receive some of that, right? So with that transformation on that death card, it's transforming these ideas and completely seeing things from a different perspective. You could be manifesting a new relationship, and this is you kind of bringing that in and realizing that you need to put an end to the way that you do relationships. Your feelings, we have the Wheel of Fortune. This is like the fate card, karma, divine timing. It is things finally turning in your favor. I feel like maybe you are feeling like you're ending some sort of a cycle, right? This is things finally moving forward for you. We go through cycles in life, and again, with the death card, the ending and seeing things from a different perspective, I feel like this could be a breakthrough moment for you in realizing how you've shown up in relationships, or how you've shown up, maybe even just the relationship with yourself, but this is like realizing that you're at the end of a cycle and that things are starting to turn in your favor. You may be feeling very lucky as well with the Wheel of Fortune. It is about luck, but also seeing that things go in cycles and trusting that this cycle is ending, trusting that things are going to turn in your favor. The environment or the influence around you, we have the Emperor. So this is an Aries card. You could have an Aries in your energy. It doesn't have to be. It's a fellow fire sign, but it's also about taking control of situations and stepping into that confident leadership type of energy, right? So I feel like that's just what's in your environment right now. It's just like that focus, that discipline. Again, with that 8 of Pentacles, really taking control of things and stepping into like this more stable leadership type of energy here and taking control of whatever the situation is for you. So your hopes and fears, we have the Five of Swords, Five of Wands, sorry. This is about like obstacles, challenges. It can also be, again, about self-confidence, like not feeling good enough. It could be, to do with your ego here. Feeling like you're just not good enough or worried about the challenges and obstacles that you're going to face in this situation. I feel like this is, you're going to overcome these obstacles. I feel like this isn't like a strong energy. It is like one of the minor arcana against all of these major arcana. I feel like this is just maybe still having that small little mindset that, you're not good enough to do something. And I feel like you're definitely going to push through that obstacle. The overall outcome, we have the 10 of Pentacles. This is like stability, wealth, abundance. This is about like family and financial stability, but it's also about like, calling in that long-term stability. This isn't something that is just going to, it's not like a lottery win or something that's going to be very fleeting, like a one-time payment, right? This is something that is really going to be grounded in, and it is going to build over time and really become like a lifelong stability. And you could be building a business, could be doing things completely differently in some kind of partnership, or again with yourself. This could be about union with self and really putting in that work when it comes to yourself. That could be your breakthrough moment here. So what do they not see coming, Spirit? And then we have like that cycle on the bottom, like ending again with like this passionate new journey and a whole new cycle. Those were on the bottom. I just wanted to point those out because I usually don't see the bottom. And then we have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles here. It's about like that, again, that partnership, right? That divine masculine, divine feminine energy. So what do they not see coming, Spirit? What does Sagittarius not see coming? Interesting. Okay. I feel like this is you kind of opening up to new creative or new emotional beginnings here, whether this is in love or your creativity or your intuition. This is you kind of opening up more and this new beginning, this new emotional beginning coming in. And I feel like you're freeing yourself from some kind of toxicity because we do have the devil card here. This is about, like, again, toxic cycles. That could be maybe you were so focused on work that you weren't taking care of yourself, right? Or you weren't nurturing relationships because this Queen of Pentacles is like this nurturing, grounded energy. And with the blockage being the Eight of Pentacles, it could have been like focusing way too much on work or focusing way too much on the material and not focusing enough on the balance, the masculine, feminine, not focusing enough on partnerships, relationships, whether that's in love or business, whatever it is for you. But I feel like you're freeing yourself from something here and you're finally going to see what that is. So in the Two of Swords here, she's blindfolded, right? She's not seeing something. It's about being stuck and not making a decision. But I feel like this is like this whole new emotional beginning here and freeing yourself from whatever this was that you weren't seeing in the past and finally making a decision, right? And balancing out. Because again, with the twos, the balance and seeing things that maybe you didn't see before. Again, that could be in relationships or the way you show up in relationships. So what is the advice? So we have the Knight of Wands, the Lovers, and the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is about like with the Knight of Wands, this is like Sagittarius energy, right? This is about being confident, being passionate when it comes to relationships and really knowing what you want in a relationship. And then we have the Five of Pentacles, which is about like that lack, that limiting belief, right? So I feel like this is you just kind of needing to regain your confidence when it comes to partnerships and trying not to sit in that Five of Pentacles energy, right? That lack mindset or the limiting beliefs. This has a lot to do with like relationships, partnerships. We have the Devil and the Lovers here, which is about like duality, right? The light and the dark side, because they are the same. I don't know if I can show these because YouTube, whatever. But it's the same card. It's just this has an archangel and this is the devil, right? So this is the light and this is the dark. But it's about freeing yourself from, partnerships, like maybe toxic partnerships, maybe toxic behavior in partnerships, or whatever this imbalance is in relationships for you. It could be different for each of you. But I feel like this is just spirit telling you that you need to have that confidence when it comes to partnerships and in your relationships. And again, with the balance. And then this Five of Pentacles, this, feeling abandoned, or maybe you felt abandoned in past relationships, right? And this is you just needing to have the confidence that the right partnership is out there and try not to focus on all of the negativity that have happened in previous relationships and really kind of stepping into seeing them from a different perspective here with that Hanged Man. Just a lot to do with partnerships. Maybe this is opening you up for a new partnership here. And kind of realizing, maybe speaking your truth to yourself that, you need to show up in a different way in a relationship as well. So let's go ahead and grab a couple of these oracle cards. I feel like you are doing that though. I mean, lots of major arcana. This is like a huge turning point, but it's also, that could be because, you have some kind of love partnership coming in here or some kind of, new creative beginning coming in here, and things are just kind of changing around and you are taking control. So this could be a whole new cycle of the way you show up in relationships if you've had a lot of toxic relationships in the past. So we have goodness. I overcome my imperfections, polish my character, and feed on the positive. Thus I free myself, allow my goodness to manifest, and become a source of joy. Through gentleness, I offer unconditional support and understanding and love to myself and others. Yeah. So maybe give yourself as much as you were giving to relationships, right? If you're putting in all this work, maybe you need to put that work into yourself as well. Choice. I choose serenity, light, and positive energy. No matter what I go through, I choose happiness. I rise above fear and direct my thoughts to God. God, source, spirit, whatever you call it. But yeah, definitely like choose the light, choose to be positive, remain positive. Don't sit in this negative energy. And that can be hard to do when you've, been through tough cycles in partnerships or relationships. This doesn't have to be like, a love partnership. This can be any relationship with friends, family. This could be about children, whatever that cycle is for you. I feel like it's definitely ending and you're going to open up to more abundant, more prosperous time, financially and in relationships. But this is just about like recognizing how you show up in a relationship and maybe pouring as much into yourself as you do the relationship. And that's going to help the relationship open up that much more, right? When you focus on yourself as much as you focus on the other person in the relationship. So I hope that message could help, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.